First thing I'm going to do is to sweat up the onions with the garlic. And the cabbage. We're not looking for color. And after this is sweated up, it'll take about 10 minutes. Put a cover on it. Keep the moisture inside. And keep it from getting any color. But if I got color, it wouldn't matter. It doesn't change the flavor that much. I might as well put all the seasonings in there also. I'm going to have to kill my dog. I'm going to add some tomato paste. Okay, I'm banging. That's what everybody else does. Bang, bang, bang. Well, this won't take long. See? That's been about 5 minutes, or maybe less. That took about 10 minutes, 11 minutes. On the pan now, I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for a half hour. I'm going to add the ricotta cheese to the eggs, to the beaten eggs. Now, you all know that there is plenty of salt in cheese. So, I, for one, won't be adding any more, but there's plenty of people that like plenty of salt. If you get a few lumps in there, that's a good thing, because then when you bite into it, you're going to taste a little bit more ricotta. And now, I'm going to put in there the chilled cabbage. I hope that I made enough cabbage this round to fill that pan, the pie crust. If not, you will see me putting this in there, but then I'm going to make more so that the recipe shows the correct amount for filling the 9-inch deep pan pie crust. Because all my recipes I do on the fly. Never made this before. Just had an idea of doing it because I had this head of white cabbage in the refrigerator. For some reason I forgot. Oh yeah, to make something else. But then I also see a huge container of ricotta from Costco. Doesn't last forever, and you don't eat it every day. So this mix is good, but I don't think it's going to be enough to fill the shell. Oh, I have something else to put in there. This won't build it up much, but I go, you know what? Craisins will work with that. So I added craisins. And I'm going to get the shell and bring it over here. And I might add something else to the top of the pie crust besides this. Okay. Let's see how we're going to fill this. I will say right now that this is not going to fill it. That's my personal opinion. I'm usually pretty good on amounts, but this time, see, what I did was early on, to figure how much cabbage I would need, I cut up the raw cabbage and filled this pie tin up, the pie crust, up to about here, knowing that it's going to shrink as you're cooking it. And my guessing is okay. Now, on the top of this, I'm going to add something. So we have here, you can see the thickness of the slices. It's about 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to top this off with tomatoes. A nice beefsteak tomato. And then on top of that, let's put a little basil. I have to make adjustments on the recipe, but you see what I put on top. The other basil went into the cabbage that's listed. So this is not going to be listed. And on top of the tomatoes, we have Reggiano Parmigiano. And this I'm not putting this amount on because everybody knows how to do this. Cover it. And then one more thing on top of this. Because, oh, come on, that's enough, is a little bit of salt. And I use Himalayan pink salt because the tomatoes need seasoning. This has nothing to do with what's underneath the tomato. Tomato has to taste good all by itself. And then let's give it a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And then my oven has already been set and has reached 350 convection, which really is Well, what I have to do is check it. We have a oven thermometer. I will check that, and then I will put this in. There it is, 50 minutes later. What we're going to do is leave the oven door like so. Shut the oven off. I'm going to leave it there for about 10 minutes. And I like the way it looks. We'll see if it flattens out. I mean, reduces, flatten down, because it's like almost like a souffle. The eggs puff it up, and then when it slowly cools a little bit, it goes down. So we'll see. Well, there it is. I would say you could get 6 portions out of that for an appetizer. I went a little small with mine because I don't want to eat the whole thing yet. I hope you enjoy it, and it smells great.